How's it going, guys? Alex here. Welcome back to another SSR Analysis video, and today we are going to be taking a look at INT Bardock, and I am super excited to be taking a look at this one because he was one of my very first World Tournament rewards, and he was a pretty damn good unit back then, and he is a pretty damn good unit now, but obviously there are certain things that stop him from being an even greater unit, and of course we are going to be going over that today. And let's get started with his leader skill. What is that noise? Oh, okay, so getting some Discord notifications there, but anyway. We have INT Bardock, of course. His leader skill gives free key and a 10% attack and defensive boost when HP is 99% or above. So it's a decent leader skill, don't get me wrong. You can actually make sure that this leader skill activates just by stepping on one of the pods that causes damage to you on the map. So obviously the little targets on the map. If you land on them, even the tiniest amount of health will activate this leader skill. Unfortunately, it doesn't give you health, which is definitely one of the biggest things that the leader skills give you. The most obsolete one stat is definitely defense, so you definitely want that HP and attack boost, but unfortunately he only gives an attack and defensive boost. But let's have a look at what the leader skill was before. Key plus 3 when HP is 80% or below, so it definitely has improved a bunch. He now causes supreme damage and seals enemy super attacks, so sealing is just basically a common thing for Bardocks now. And he is the second Bardock to have supreme damage, if I'm not mistaken. The first one was the Tech Bardock, who is an incredible unit. And again, you can raise his super attack with relative ease thanks to the super rare AGL Agility Bardocks, which are summonable. If you have a look at his passive, he gets free key and a 7,000 attack boost when facing one enemy, which is very good. Unlike the Gohan, he doesn't have to be facing two enemies. You just have to be facing one, and his passive activates. So this passive will never be running out, or it will never be active, because the main events are obviously Dokkan events. Obviously, if you are taking on certain story quests, there may be certain situations where you are going to be facing two or more enemies, and it doesn't really matter, to be honest, because again, as I said before, the main event is the Dokkan event, and he is perfect for that, especially if you are running a certain setup. And if we have a look at what it was before, he gets an additional 3,000 attack, and again, it's when he's facing one enemy, so very good unit overall. I think he's underrated in my opinion. But if you have a look at his stats, he has over 9,000 HP, so again, that adds to the survivability of INT. 5,000, I said HP right, because I know I messed that up last time. 5,000 defense and 7,470 attack, so really good unit so far. 12 key multiplier of 140, and that is actually impressive, because if you guys have been watching the other ones, the other units have had 130 to 135. There are a few situations where the units have had 140, but it's very rare. So I'm happy that this Bardock does have 140, because it obviously adds to how hard he is going to hit. And if you can get his super attack to 10, that's even better, because he is going to be another INT-type unit that can hit hard. And if you go ahead and have a look at an example of a team, this is actually a very good team. Okay, but quickly just separate them. So this is an example of an optimal team in my opinion, or something close to optimal. You obviously have Buhan, you have Super Saiyan Rage Trunks, you have SS Blue Vegeta, you have Janemba, you have Turles, and you also have Bardock. If you weren't running Bardock, you'd probably run just another hard hitter. For example, you may decide to run Ultimate Gohan, Super Saiyan Goku, are all very good options. But here's the thing. Okay, Bardock fits extremely well in this team. Of course, you have 1, 2, 3 units, well 4 including Bardock, with Prepared for Battle. You have 2 Shock and Speed right here. But the thing, like Turles is so important here, because there may be a few situations where Buhan and maybe Trunks and Vegeta are up on the same turn, and you may struggle for key. So let's just say that you didn't have Turles. Another good option would be Android 13, because he does change orbs, and that is in some way equivalent to the key boost that Turles gives, because he is obviously, well, Android 13 is still giving key, and obviously Buhan does raise his own attack and gets health back per orb obtained, so Turles may be, Android 13 may be the better option. However, if you do want to basically bridge the gaps between some units. He may decide to go with Turles instead, and he also has that stunning ability, which can be useful. Again, you can't stun against the new Super Saiyan 4, so that's something that's gone out the window. So you can definitely alternate between Turles and Android 13. For me, I would probably go with Android 13, but I know a lot of people do like Turles just because of the key that he provides and the attack boost. So, and he obviously links with the majority of the units here, but Android 13 is definitely the better option. That sounded weird. The better option in my opinion. And then of course you have Bardock, who seals super attacks. And I don't feel like sealing is very important on Mono In, just simply because it has a lot of survivability. For example, you have tanks like Janemba. I would say that Android 13 is a decent tank as well. But the thing about Bardock and how he may be useful in the most recent stages is because of how long they are becoming. Bihan could potentially struggle to maintain that. I doubt he will, but I haven't used this team in particular, obviously, because I don't have these units. So if I was to try this team, I would potentially run Bardock just to make sure that I would survive, because obviously they hit extremely high with their super attacks, and Bihan won't be able to heal that much. So you may have to use a healing item here and there, but if you are going to use a unit like Bardock to just prevent them from super attacking, and you can just consistently lower attack and defense, then I could definitely see that being extremely useful. But overall, I do feel like Bardock is an underrated unit. He definitely does have a lot of utility. Not only does he seal super attacks, but he can also hit pretty damn hard, especially if you put in the time to raise his super attack. But now let's move on to an example of a hero team, and this is obviously an example of an optimal team. Realistically, he is the replacement for the physical Gotenks Dokkan. Obviously, he seals super attacks as well. He does link better, and he does hit harder. That's a given, but Bardock is definitely still a pretty damn good replacement. He shares prepare for battle with the majority of the units here. Pardon me. He hits pretty damn hard himself. He doesn't have Fierce Battle, which is a bit of a letdown, but he still does provide. He still does his job. He allows the Vegetos to counter at a good rate, and he just fits super well in his team. Overall, he is a very good unit. If you are one of the lucky few that managed to pull him, congratulations, because you have yourself a very good sealer. The second Bardock with supreme damage can easily raise his super attack, and he is a pretty damn good unit overall. But that is it, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one.